Yeah, good day to you all my viewers. In this video, I'm going to give you more prospective questions as regarding WAEC 2023 mathematics paper. Please kindly sit back and watch this video from the beginning to the end. Share this video with all students that are around you that are preparing for their 2023 WAEC. Share with them so that they too can benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload any video on this channel like this, majorly like this, you're going to have access to it easily. You're going to be among the first set of people to have it. Thank you so much. Let's have question number one.
Now let's take question number one as it is stated on the board. A woman bought 130 kilograms of tomatoes for 52,000 naira. She sold half of the tomatoes at a profit of 30%. The rest of the tomatoes began to go bad and she then reduced the selling price per kilogram by 12%. We are asked to calculate the new selling price per kilogram. Then the percentage profit on the entire sales if she threw away 5 kilogram bad tomatoes. To answer this question, you have to start by interpreting each statement in this question. And also, since we are asked to find the new selling price, you have to tell us your solution towards the old selling price. Now let's start. The whole thing was bought, that is 130 kilogram tomato, okay, tomatoes was bought for 52,000 naira, okay, that's the first statement. And she sold half of the tomatoes at a profit of 30%, okay. To get the profit of 30% on the half of the tomatoes sold, let's take the half of the tomato, the whole thing now. The half of the whole thing will be half of, so you have half of 130 kilogram, that will give you 65 kilogram, okay. And 65 kilogram, if the whole thing costs 52,000 naira, half of it will cost half of 52,000 naira, and that will be 26,000 naira, okay. So 26,000 naira. Now 26,000 naira was sold at a profit of 65 kilogram, but for 26,000 naira was sold at a profit of 30%. Now let's take 30% of this. 30% of the profits 30% of 26,000 naira will be equal to 30 all over 100 multiplied by 26,000, okay. And 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0, so we are left with this. If you multiply 30 by 260, they have 30 by 260, 30 by 260, okay. You have 0, 0, 0, then 0, you have 18, so you write 8, remainder 1, you have 6, 6 plus 1, that's 7, so you have 780, okay. So 780 is the profit made on the half of the tomato. So 7,800 naira is the profit made on the half of tomato, okay. Now from this profit made, now we can as well get the selling price. If the profit is this and the cost is this, the selling price says will be equal to the old sales made will be equal to that's 26,000 naira, which is the cost, okay. 26,000 naira plus 7,800 naira, which is the profit made, and that will give us 33,800 naira, okay. 33,800 naira was the first sales made, that is the sales made with the half of the whole tomato, which is 65 kilogram. Now with this sales made, we can get selling price per kilogram, or call it old selling price per kilogram, okay. We can get old selling price per kilogram, so call it old selling price per kg, per kilogram, and that will be equal to old selling price per kilogram will be equal to 33,000, okay, 33,800. Of course, it should be in naira, but leave that. We put the unit at the end of the whole thing, okay, divided by the quantity, and the quantity is 65, so 33,800 divided by 65, and that will give you 520 naira, okay, 520 naira. That's the old selling price per kilogram, okay. Now looking at the next statement, is that the rest of the tomatoes began to go bad, and she then reduced the selling price per kilogram by 12%. If the old selling price is this, and she reduced the old selling price by 12%. It means that 12% of, just means that 12% of, just means that 12% of old selling price, okay? But that is exactly, that is 520 naira, 520 naira. So we give us the new selling price, of course. So that is 12 all over 100 multiplied by 520 all over 1, okay? 0 cancel 0 here, and also you have 2 here, that's 5, 2 here, that is 26, okay? 2 here, that's 26, and also you have 62.4 naira, okay? 62.4 naira. 62.4 naira. That is the reduction made. That's the reduction made from the old selling price. So therefore, new selling price, the new selling price, new selling price, that's question Roman figure 1. New selling price per kilogram will be equal to, that will be equal to the whole selling price, which is 520 naira, minus the deduction made from that, the old selling price, which is 62.4 naira. That's 457.6 naira. Okay, that is the new selling price per kilogram. Now the next question, which is the last question as for question number 1. So we have to find the percentage profit on the entire sales if she threw away 5 kg bad tomatoes. If 5 kg bad tomato was thrown away out of the half of the remaining, out of the remaining half, that means the remaining will be 65 minus 5, okay? That will be 60 kilogram, okay? Now, and we are asked to find the percentage profit made on the entire sales. Now, let's look at how much she sold this 60 kilogram. And we can look at that by using new selling price, okay? So that means 60 kilogram multiply by 457.6. Okay? That gives us 27 points. That gives us 27,456. Okay? 27,456. 27,456 naira. The whole thing, the leftover, that is the 60 kilograms that was left after she threw away 5 kg, was sold for 27,456 naira. Okay? Now, for us to get percentage profit on the entire sales, we have to add the entire sales. Let's add the entire sales, and that is the additions of old sales made and the new sales made. This is the new sales made, of course. This is the new sales. Okay? So, and with that, so we have total sales. Total sales to be equal to new old sales made, which is 33,800 naira. 33,800 naira plus new sales made, which is 27,456. Okay, you have 61,256 naira. Okay, and if this is the total sales, now we have to look for percentage profit on the entire sales, and that will be what? That will be okay. Let's see, percentage profits on the entire sales will be equal to, that will be equal to 61,225, 256 rather, all over, that's the sales made, all over, sorry, now the next thing is to look for total profits, and total profits will be total sales minus the cost, the total cost. Of course, the total cost was given as 52,000 naira. Okay, total, let's look for total profits. Profits is equal to 61, which is the total sales. 61,256 minus 52,000 naira. Okay, that gives us 9,256 naira. The next thing is to look for percentage profits Okay, percentage profit will now be, that's percentage profits. Percentage profit will now be equal to the profit made, which is 9,256 all over the amount the whole tomato was bought. That's 52,000 naira. Okay, multiply by 100 number 1. Okay, so 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0. Okay, 7. That will give you 17.8%. Okay, that's the final answer. Now to the next question. Now let's take question number 2a. Question number 2a says that the third and sixth terms of a geometric progression, that is GEP, are 1 all over 4 and 1 all over 32 respectively. And we have to find the first term and the common ratio. That's Roman figure 1. Roman figure 2, we have to find the 7 term. Okay? Now, solution. Solution to 2a. Okay? Now, first and foremost, you have to define the n term of a geometric progression. The n term, that is nth term, is equal to, is defined as the product of the ratio raised to power n minus 1 and the first term. Okay, this is the definition for n term of a geometric progression. And having done that, we are given the third term to be 1 all over 4. Okay, as for third term, you have 1 all over 4 equal to, don't forget, n is equal to, as for third term, n is equal to what? N is equal to 3. Okay, so 1 all over 4 equal to a raised to, a times r raised to power n minus 1. That is 3 minus 1. That will give you 2. Okay, call this equation 1. Then also the sixth term is given to be 1 all over 32. That is 1 all over 32 equal to a times r raised to power, so 6 term, that is n equal to 6, right? That is r raised to power 6 minus 1. That will give you 5. Call it equation 2. Okay, now this we have two variables in this equation. Just to eliminate one, divide. How do we go about it? Just divide equation 2 by equation 1, and straight away one variable will be eliminated. Okay, one variable will be eliminated. Of course, one variable will be totally eliminated, while the power of the other variable, that is r, will be reduced. Now let's do that. So divide equation 2 by 1. If you do that, that will give you, that is 1 all over 32 divided by 1 all over 4. That will give you, multiply by 4 over 1. Okay, because the sign has changed from division now to multiplication. So 2. So you have a r raised to power 5 all over a r raised to power 2. So a will cancel out a. Then r raised to power 2 here. 1. R raised to power 2 here. R raised to power 3. So you are left with 4 all over 32. 4 all over 32 equal to r raised to power 3. Okay? 4 here. Of course, 4 here will be what? 4 here will be 1. 4 in 32. Okay? 4 in 32. That is 8. So r raised to power 3 is equal to 1 all over 8. But we are looking for r, not r raised to power 3. So you take the cube root of both sides. Cube root of both sides. Okay? And cube, we cancel cube roots. So you are left with, and of course, you are left with r equal to cube root of 1 all over 8, which is equal to, that is equal to cube root of, that is equal to cube root of 1 all over 2 raised to power 3. Okay, which will give you r will be equal to 1 all over 2. Now, to the next thing, we also have to find the first term. Just substitute r into any of these equations, either equation 1 or equation 2. Let's use equation 1. So if you substitute, put r into 1. Okay, and that will give you 1 all over 4 equal to a multiplied by r will be half now, multiplied by half raised to power 2. So that will give you 1 all over 4 equal to a multiplied by 1 all over, of course, 1 raised to power 2 will be 1 now, and 2 raised to power 2 will be 4. Okay, so that if you multiply the whole thing by 4, you multiply the whole thing by 4, that will be we'll be having 1 equal to a, which implies that a equals to 1 and r equal to 1 over 2. Okay? That's answer to question number 2a Roman figure 1. Okay, 2a Roman figure 1. Now let's look at 2a Roman figure 2. Let's look at 2a Roman figure 2. Let's look at 2a Roman figure 2. 2a Roman figure 2, we are asked to find the 710. The 710. Okay, having determined the first term and the common ratio, then you can easily find the 710. Okay, the 710, that is 7th term, will be equal to a r raised to the power 7 minus 1, which will be 7, which will be 6. That is r raised to the power 6. Okay, and which will be equal to, by the time you insert the value of a and the value of r, you have a to be 1, that's not 1 multiplied by half raised to the power 6, and that will give you 710 to be equal to 1 all over 2 raised to the power 6 will be 64. Final answer. Okay, now having done with question number 2a, let's go to attempt question number 2b. Okay, in question number 2b, we are given that 2 and minus 3 are the root of the equation as it is given. So we have solution, okay, 2b. Then we are given that 2 and minus 3 are the root. The implication is that since the equation is written in x variable, it means that for 2 and minus 3 to be the root of the equation, it thus means that x is equal to 2 or x is equal to what? Minus 3. Okay? That's the meaning. And having done this interpretation, the next thing is to equate both to 0, and we'll be having this to be x minus 2 equal to 0, or x plus 3 equal to 0. Okay? Now, the next thing is to come by the condition for which the condition that this equation, this and this, satisfy. Okay? For this and this to be equal to 0, it just means that they are products. Okay? We also equal to 0. You get that? Does mean that their product will also equal to 0. But if you have this equal to 0 and this equal to 0, so 0 multiplied by 0 will give you 0. Okay? Okay? So, and with that, you can go ahead and distribute this over this, so that you have x distributes over x plus 3, close bracket, minus 2 distribute over x plus 3. Okay? Everything equal to 0. So having done that, we are good to go and clear the whole brackets and come about our quadratic equation, which we will compare with the equation given in the question, and we arrive at our answer easily. Okay? So we have, if you want to clear this up now, that's x times x, that will give you x squared. Followed by x times 3, you have plus 3x, minus 2 times x, that will be minus 2x. Minus 2 times plus 3, that will give you minus 6. Everything equal to 0. And if you do the operation, you just have the operation in the whole thing done. So you have x squared and plus 3x minus 2x, that will give you, just x, that will give you 1x, which is written as x. Okay, and we have minus 6, then equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation that can be formed by this root. Okay, by this root. And we are told that this root is obtained from this quadratic equation. Now this is the root of this quadratic equation. If that be the case, let's compare. So we compare ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay, we have 1 here, but it's not written. So by the time you compare, then b is equal to, we also have 1 here, but it's not written. Then c, by the time you compare, you see that a is equal to 1, comma b is equal to 1, and also we have c to be equal to minus 6. So final answer. That is that about question number 2B. Now let's take question number 3.